I have had issues with plumbing over the years, but today is all about water, roof water. We've got flooding happening right now. We've got a lot of rains coming in. We're welcoming the moisture. But Aspen, kick us off in southern Colorado. In southern Colorado right now, we're getting a ton of rain. And what's going on up there? Fill us in.
Yeah, so right now in Pagosa Springs, it's actually a lot better today, but they are expecting another 4 inches of rise in the river, but it went back down. So in, 12 hours, the river rose 20 feet?
It was crazy.
20, 30 feet. It was crazy. So I don't know if people are very familiar with Pagosa Springs, but there's a hot springs there and it's on the river, but then it's layers up. And the one that's at the very top, where the pool is and where the check-in is, it's actually pretty high up there. And there's a 20-foot bridge to get across into the other part of town. The water was up to the top of that. It was up at the check-in area, basically. Everything was underwater. And sometimes when the river rises, there are river springs, those will get covered. That does happen almost every year, but this, I've never seen water like that. And in Vicedo, it is in people's yards, all the ditches and rivers and everything just rose so much. Luckily, it is a very, there's a lot of elevation in that area. So it is easy to go to a higher elevation. And they were able to know it was going to happen in time, and they evacuated everybody, and there was no casualties or injuries. Everyone got out and listened to the first responders, and now it's back down, and they're working on fixing. But there was hot tubs floating down the river.
I saw
trees
that.
falling.
Yeah.
That was actually one of our friends' hot tubs.
Really?
Yeah, floating down the river.
Bummer.
Yeah. I was like, well, at least you're not sitting in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I did see a reel, and this lady was panning and showing Pagosa Springs, and she was panning and seeing just all the floods. And then there was a lady and a young girl sitting in the hot tub, one of the higher up.
I saw that too. I was like, why are they not shutting that down? You would think.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I saw a bunch of people in the hot tubs. I was like, what are you, in the very high ones? I'm like, I don't think I would be there.
Yeah.
Just also in case stuff gets washed out or something. Right.
Yeah.
Was my thought.
Sure.
I don't know.
We got a good front row seat to all the destruction then.
And I'm so worried about mudslides, and my parents live right at the bottom of 250. And there have been mudslides, not in the area they're in, but on the other side of the mountain. And my kids stay up there. And I was like, my mom called me the next day. She's like, we're here. Didn't get washed away. She's like, most rain I've ever seen. She's like, and we're still here. So I was like, I was just talking to Bryson the night before that if my kids were staying the night at my parents' house, I would have gone up and got them because I'm so stressed about mudslides.
Yeah, because you have those fires, Mission Ridge and
that's where they are. They're in Missionary Ridge.
Yeah. And after the fires, you get a big rain, and I mean, the floods happen at that point. I wonder why. What's the deal with fires? And then is it because it burns all the
stabilizes the ground,
the undergrowth? Yeah, it holds the roots that hold.
Yeah, because the roots all burn too. So even if you think those fires, I saw a video once where they were showing that just because the fire's out on top, they were able to go underneath to see, and all the roots were still on fire.
That's what happened in the Palisades fire.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, that's what they believe happened.
For a week.
Mm-hmm.
And
it just smolders underground.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So we used to, we had a big, 200-year flood I would say about 10, 12 years ago. And we actually drove down and watched the flood come down the arroyo in Chokecherry Canyon. And it was incredible. When my father-in-law used to be in oil and gas, and Paul, you've been there, when they talk about arroyos flooding and swallowing cars.
Yeah, flash floods are scary.
It was no joke. I was like, okay, I get it. I understand now. It would swallow an entire vehicle or many vehicles all at once. Have you ever seen that out in the field, Paul?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5 Mile Bridge out on Largo. We've seen a lot of vehicles get swallowed up by that wash.
That's crazy. How quickly or?
Oh yeah. I mean, you start going across because it's usually hard, and then as the water starts, the ground gets softer, so you start to sink, and then as that wall of water comes in, I've seen water trucks get swallowed up in a matter of minutes.
That's incredible.
Those are big trucks. And you talk about Chokecherry. I saw that on Friday. That was probably 30 feet across and getting it.
Yeah. So don't drive across.
No, even
arroyos.
4 or 6 inches of water can knock your car off too.
Well,
it doesn't take that much water.
Yeah. Friday morning, I was going up La Plata right at the start of all the rain. And I hit a spot where there was about 6 inches of water. I was going about 30 miles an hour, and it did some stuff to the truck.
It feels like hitting a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all that water is over your windshield and you can't see.
Yeah. Hydroplaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.